What's up gamers, it's Gucci here, and today I'm going to be doing the build overview for the Juggernaut that I played during BPL to farm the Tributes of the Goddess for the team. Now this build was able to do tributes relatively deathlessly, and tributes are the hardest Izaro there is among all the upgraded labs. Like tributes is Izaro super buffed, dedication is the traps are super buffed, and gifts is the random mobs in the lab are super buffed, if you didn't know. So this character was able to do all of them pretty easily. Now, before I start getting into the build specifically, if you are looking to farm that, I would strongly urge you to take a look at this page. Now, I don't know about the abilities. I'm not quite convinced that this is accurate, but the under strategy, the first two encounters, the buffs, I would take a look. If you don't know what you're doing, I would take a look at this to see what these give Izaro during the fight and what you need to do to get the additional key from the fight mechanic. Take a look at this page. I'll link it in the description below. It's PoE Izaro. Yep. Now, as for this build, we have Bone Shatter Juggernaut. Now, if you don't know what Bone Shatter is, I strongly urge you to check out Khan. Khan is a video guide for Slayer. But Bone Shatter is basically you hit the enemy, you take physical damage to gain trauma, but you gain more damage to trauma. So it's like a self-harming build. You know, you're hitting the enemy, but you're also harming yourself, and you harm yourself more for the more trauma stacks you have. Now, how we mitigate this damage that we're taking is through the Juggernaut Ascendancy. Where is this note? Untiring, where this physical damage we take is actually mitigated by our PDR and armor. And then physical damage prevented from hits in the past 10 seconds is regenerated as life per second. Now this gives us, like, when I was testing mapping earlier, I was just going ham on the Dunes boss and I had 5,000 life regen a second. So I was basically recovering my entire pool in 1 second. This allows us to just hold on right click on Izaro and not have any problems. Now since I'm on Ascendancy already, we also take Undeniable for a lot of attack speed, and it's just very good synergy with Precise Technique, right? It gives us Precise Technique really easily, and because we're already at that high accuracy number, it just incentivizes us to even go like even more ham on accuracy. As you can see, I have like almost 11,000 accuracy. That's just a lot of attack speed. We take Unstoppable. This gives us stun immunity, chill immunity, freeze immunity, so we don't have to go Brine King. We can do Solaris instead. Unbreakable, which gives us a bit of elemental mitigation, as well as a fair amount of armor, actually. Like, I know some of the armor is coming from my Eldritch Princess in the chest, but if I take a chest off, I lose over half my armor, so that's pretty good. Now, the links I have to Bone Shatter are Bone Shatter, Close Combat, Ruthless, Fortify, Melee Fizz, and Brutality. Now, if you wanted to go Mace, you'd probably have to swap Close Combat for something like Endurance Charge or Melee Stun, or Behead if you wanted a bit more range. All that stuff works too. Now, gear wise, let me just go over the gems real quick. Yeah, in our weapon, this doesn't need to be a 6 links, by the way. 4 link, 2 links is fine. I have Protector, Maim, War Chief, and multiple totems. Now, the way I fight Izaro is I press my Ancestral Protector, and then I don't know why this is unbound. I press my War Chief, so I have 2 War Chiefs and 1 Protector down, and then I go ham on Izaro. So 2 War Chiefs, 1 Protector. I also have Precision Link to Arrogance here because I can't really run out of mana. So I'm running it on life instead for the huge bump in accuracy. If you wanted to play it safe, you could probably drop Precision and still have enough accuracy for Precise Technique. I just wanted to go a bit faster in lab. Now, after that, we have Molten Shell, Warlord's Mark, Custom Mistaken. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure this is just for rage. Because, you know, you take damage from an enemy and then you stun the enemy and you get 20 rage. But I don't really notice this much on Izaro. You could probably swap it out for Vulnerability or Poacher's Mark or something like that, and, you know, that'll be fine too. And if you have Blood Rage here, Bone Shatter links I've talked about already. You've got Berserk, Faster Attacks, Leap Slams, Frostbling. Now, when I'm doing easier labs, I put it in Insanity Gloves instead. It's just to Leap Slam a bit faster, but yeah, this is your movement abilities, and Berserk is It's some tech you could do with Comb Spirit for bosses, where you swap on the gloves, you gain rage right before Izaro, and then Izaro starts, you put the gloves back, you swap back to your main gloves, you press Berserk, and you go ham. Boost, we have War Banner, Ancestral Cry, Pride, Determination. So this is our Aura setup and our Warcry setup. This Warcry is really good for clearing. It is basically like the glove strike mods on a Warcry. Not having this is throwing, and for mapping at least. So you definitely want this. This basically makes your clear. Now, as for the specific gems, items, I have life regeneration rate on my helm and boots fraction. Now, I got lucky because BPL, you know, you can just get it. So that's really good for helping me regen more from my ascendancy, right? So as you can see, I have this regeneration rate here, regeneration rate here. We've got regeneration rate here just to scale up the life regen I get from taking damage and then mitigating the damage. But it's not really necessary. When I played this build in hardcore, I only had one regeneration rate roll on gear and it felt completely fine too. But other than that, it's just pretty stock standard. Life, res, no suppression needed because there's not much spells in labs. That's dangerous at all. Weapons just attack speed, despot with as much fizz as you can. Body armor is high armor, life, and PDR. Now I feel PDR is better. Like I would prioritize PDR over like another 500 armor, but you know, that's just me. PDR, because PDR is consistent damage reduction, whereas armor will get crushed the larger the hit is, right? So I just prefer the PDR over that. Gloves, accuracy, life, you know, melee strike range, nothing too special there. Ultra Implicit strikes target additional enemy, that's really good for clear. Accuracy rating just to bump out our accuracy for attack speed. Boots, regeneration rate, life, move speed. We've got action speed and regeneration rate here. We've just got a lot of regeneration rate on this character. Belts, just armor, life, res, nothing too special. The flat regen is irrelevant. Rings, you know, accuracy again, accuracy, life, res. With non-channeling skills have minus mana cost. We have that here as well. And we have Eldritch Implicit that gives us reduced mana cost on our helmet. So our mana cost on Bone Shadow is actually just 1. So I don't actually need the Mana Leash Shield, come to think of it. I think this is kind of a waste. Shit. Learning something new every day. But yeah, once you have this, I guess you can ditch the Mana Leash Shield. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Here you got percent accuracy. Now, flat accuracy is still it's stronger than percent, even at this high flat accuracy number somehow. So I would just take a look at POB or put the gear on and see whether you reach a point where percent is better. But from my experience, it's just, you know, flat all the way. Now amulets, just life, res, accuracy. We anoint acuity for more attack speed and accuracy. I was just too lazy to figure out if there's a better anoint, but if you find it, let me know. Because I was just focusing on speed. I don't really care about damage. I just wanted to leap slam fast through lap. Our Bestial, life, accuracy, res, you know, I think it's pretty obvious, right? I'm just trying to go for as fast as I just want the minimum amount of defense I need to survive Izaro, and then I just go speed all the way. Now, a critical part of my defenses for Izaro is my floss. As you can see, I have a percent armor during floss effect, a granite, and a basalt floss. Also, I have a Pantheon here, which gives me 6% PDR while there is only one enemy nearby. Now, in most of the time during the Izaro fights, he's the only one that's going to be nearby, so this is really good. I upgraded it once, but I didn't really care about the other stuff. For my minor Pantheon, I took Ralakesh just for, because I think I was doing the belt lab. I just decided to take that, but Tukaharm is also a good option. So you can just consider whichever you prefer. If you're worried about traps, you take Ralakesh. If you're worried about PDR for some reason, you take Tukaharma. So onto the passive tree. I'll put the POB in the description down below. But it's a pretty standard thing. I don't even feel like I need to talk about this that much. Let me see. Is there anything interesting? Oh, this mastery. It seemed really efficient for 1 point over life. So I went with that. Yeah, I don't feel like there's much I need to explain about this. I leveled this build with Helix. I guess I can go through the leveling route real quick. I went life. I don't know. I went damage out. Spec this. Went here. Versatility. Went down through a life. I didn't take kinetic impacts while I was leveling Helix because like you don't need to stun. Just like a Bone Shadow only thing. I went down. I got Hatchet Master. Took a Wrecking Ball. Then I went up. Bloodless. Slaughter. Getting life along the way. Oh, inexorable. This is the way we generate endurance charges. I forgot to mention. So because we're hitting ourselves with Bone Shatter, that will generate 25% generate endurance charge. You hit 12 times and you've got your 3 endurance charges, or like maybe an extra time, extra 4 times, 16 times for 4. My watcher size is just PDR, well determined. As you can see, I just have a lot of PDR on gear. But yeah, I don't think there's anything too interesting about this. In fact, I don't even know why I'm making this video, because it's a pretty. I could have just put a POB, but I guess you guys are. If you're still watching at this point, you're kind of stuck here, man. But yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything else really. I will be leveling this build later this week. I wanna do the Ubers on my Inquisitor first on SSF Hardcore before I level this build. My hardcore version of this will be slightly different. I probably won't take as many damage nodes. Like I won't take cleaving. I won't take this small attack speed. You know, I'll probably get the max res. Might go suppression. I still have to think about it. But yeah, this is basically the build overview for the character I played. POBs in the description. And enjoy. I hope this build has provides you as much success as it did for me during BPL. So have a nice day, guys, and I'll catch you on the stream.